Okay.
We produce 1.3 to 1.5%.
Yeah, Alan, you're absolutely right.
He consistently toes the line, and the distance he covers in a game, it's mind-blowing. I just don't know where he gets his energy.
Drink Up and Go for the right type of energy.
Alan, you're absolutely right. That ends that.
So you just cut off right there, and you completely ignored the fact that actually that's completely irrelevant to the discussion, because the overall increase in net atmospheric amounts of CO2 is caused by human activity overwhelmingly. You're just ignoring that. Okay, so okay, just shut up, you idiot. Um, Complete idiot. And then there's some idiot. Okay, I'm not even going to bother looking at the rest. Okay. Okay, there's going to be some idiot that says that there's a new solar cooling period that Earth is not far off, and then it's not going to happen. And so what's going to happen is they're just never going to mention the fact that anyone said that, right? That's what's going to happen. So there's this idiot called Niels Axel Morner who's like saying that there's gonna be a cooling period, right? And we're not gonna see a cooling period. We're gonna maybe see like stalling in the basically it's just gonna like stall a bit, and then they say, oh, like global warming stuff, then it starts again and say, oh, like it's natural, like, oh, actually, yeah, carbon dioxide caused by human, and then they'll be dead, and then there'll just be a new generation, and they'll just be like, oh yeah, they were stupid, but we're not like that, and like you're always denying if when they're wrongly denying. Oh, a great comment here. Amazingly, it's possible for mainstream Western propaganda channel to be worse than Fox. I like seeing this. I gotta edit this to remove an extra space here. Man. Okay, who would have guessed the gigantic nuclear furnace we call the sun would have an effect on Earth's climate? Again, the problem is that it's not wrong. It's just that you're using it to deny what's actually happening. We're living in a world where the truth is a lie and a lie is the truth. Well, that's actually true, except that basically you are the ones who believe that the truth is a lie and vice versa. Wonderful to finally hear climate truth. May this interview be sent to everyone you know. Thanking both of you for standing up for the corrupt lies of climate change. My prayers go to all involved. Okay, so that is clearly wrong. So I'm downvoting this. Have you noticed when alarmist global warming tag turned out to be false, they switched to climate change? Again, that's wrong. It's just to be more inclusive, because it's not just warming, it's also other stuff. This is an extremely complicated subject. Surely need to consult a hysterical teenage girl. Again, Greta Thunberg is doing the activism that we need. So no, you're an idiot. It's easier to fool the masses than convince them they're being fooled. How deliciously ironic. Sadly, we're in a... So what I want you to understand is all these people, they do not deserve to vote. I mean, they could be allowed to vote, but there cannot be any policy decisions that are based on their vote. Again, democracy does not work when with orcs. Democracy has no room for orcs, okay? It has no room for subhumans. Sadly, we're in a period of human history where the science is being weaponized. In a short time, this will completely destroy the credibility of all science. I agree, but you're the ones who are doing that, and it won't destroy the credibility of science. It's just like, no. But yeah, it's being weaponized. Sun-driven law, Bill Gates-driven. We will blanket the earth in clouds. His words. So this is some sort of weird, more lefty conspiracy theorist. Been saying this for years, but I'm the crazy conspiracy theory guy. Since anyone who's brainwashed by the mainstream media, again, you're an idiot. I've been alive for 43 years. This is the third or fourth time before the world is going to end if we don't pay more taxes. Utter bullocks. Again, that you're just misrepresenting. One day, might ask who's paying the good professor. One might ask who's paying the good professor. Yep, that. Thank you. I remember in the 80s, my science teacher telling the class there would be no snow in the Australian Alps in 30 years. Yeah, okay, well that's silly. I'm not gonna downvote that. I'm not gonna upvote it either. According to geniuses back in the late 80s and early 90s, which are all burned up or drowned by now. No, nobody was saying that, so no. I go to the same seaside beach every year for 65 years. It's the same beach, the same rocks, and the same sea level as always has been. Yeah, but the point is that global warming is not like it wasn't supposed to be flooding by now all that much, and it has risen a bit, you know. So like again, it's stupid argumentation. I'm old enough to remember the undeniable science being for the coming ice age back in the 70s. Still waiting. Again, just misrepresenting. Facebook fact checks this video and profusely refutes everything said in this video. And of course, people sooner believe Facebook than the truth. Again, you're an idiot. Again, you're an idiot for thinking that like you're the ones who are being completely brainwashed. Okay. This is an oasis of common sense and decency in a worldwide desert of lunacy and hate. this is like honestly, Sky News Australia is more toxic even than Fox, because like Fox, at least they're sort of partly right. They actually point out at least the sort of mistakes that Democrats do. This is just complete nonsense, and you've got your completely degenerate comment section. Like this is beyond repair. Like the people commenting at Sky News are just beyond salvation mode. I mean, they're just completely nuts. Like even if they stop believing in that crap, even if they start believing everything correct, there will still be idiots forever because, I mean, if they're capable of believing something idiotic like that once, they won't ever be non-capable of believing in that. So, like, an ex-idiot is still always, like, a person who used to have idiotic beliefs and who now doesn't is still an idiot for life, right? So, unfortunately, um, I'm sorry to say, like, democracy does not work with idiots like this. So you just need to go ahead and just do, and so like I'm feeling very sympathetic towards all these socialists and stuff who just wanted revolution because, and the problem is that they thought the problem was like the capitalists, and of course the capitalists, like the really rich people and stuff, but who like own the means of production and whatnot. But a bigger issue is in fact the fact that there are all these idiots that believe. I mean, nowadays, with information, if people weren't idiots, they would be able to overthrow any like potential overlords and stuff. So the problem is not fundamentally the capitalists. The problem is the idiots, and that's a mistake of the left, is to be much too sympathetic for your general hick idiot, which is like literally the biggest threat to our whole entire civilization, like literally, um, and like literally the biggest threat by extension to like the entire universe in a sort of more indirect way. Um, so no, you gotta just go ahead. Like democracy does not include them, okay? They have no say. This is important. This is important to understand because they like literally, I mean, think about it. How about if over 50% of the population decided to kill all Jews? Because I mean, that was the Holocaust, right? And there's again lots of like conspiracy theories about Jews and stuff. Um, like, think about that. Like, that would be democracy, right? But you like you can't do that, right? So, um, no, democracy, that I mean, democracy does not trump good, okay? Good is what matters. If the majority of the population decides to do something bad, that is not okay. You've got to stand up to it, and you can't. You gotta just fight it, just constantly until the bad has been rectified. That's I'm a full believer in democracy, but in a democracy for rational people. If people aren't rational, then I don't believe in extending democracy to irrational people. And unfortunately, the majority of the vast majority of Earth's population is not rational. So like I said, I don't actually believe in force, but it's not so much. If I thought it would work, I'd believe in it. But the problem is I think it likely wouldn't work. Um, and so what you have to do instead is just continually be an activist to help brainwash, because the truth is actually, because idiots can only be brainwashed even for the truth, like they can't actually be unbrainwashed. So you just have to brainwash them with something better. So like I said, you just have to brainwash these people with the truth. That's what you got to do, and then they will just democratically um, actually vote for the right stuff. And that is sort of the plan.